It's me again. How are y'all doing tonight? I hope you're doing well. Hope you're gonna have nightmares. But I got a special guest tonight, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. You haven't seen this dude in a while. He is part of the BLG. He is part of Hellfire Entertainment. So, are you ready? Are you ready? For the 17 in attendance and the thousands who's going to watch this a little bit later, I introduced to you Moist.
Howdy.
What's cooking, brother?
What is cracking is same old on this end.
Hell
Except
yeah.
Drinking.
What you drinking on?
It is the
Blue Moon.
Blue Moon iced coffee blonde. It's not bad. It is not bad.
I'll tell you what, before you put it down too much, there's something I always do. It's kind of like what I do. So, everybody pick up your drink. I don't care what it is. If the baby's beside you and he's got a bottle or she's got a bottle and you don't have a bottle or anything to drink, snatch it from them. Get a dog bowl, cereal bowl, I don't care. But at the count of three, let's give a salute to Hellfire Entertainment. Are you ready? Are you ready for this toast? One,
hell yeah.
2, 3, toast. Cheers! So, we didn't really have a chance to talk about what I wanted to talk about tonight. So, I want to talk about orbs. I want to talk about how things can mess up your photographs and make you look like a ghost. I have a few examples. So I'm going to start off with just an example first, and we're going to talk about it. That cool with you? Moist?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, I can't hear what's in your head. Not yet. So I will set this picture saying, look at all the orbs in my yard. I'll bring it back down. So you've seen it. Moist, yeah. What is your first impression about that picture? You need to see it again, or you good?
I have a background in ghost hunting. I was a cameraman for a ghost hunting group that my sister ran out of Richmond for about 2 years. And my first impression of that picture is it's going to be a lovely snowy night. It looks like snow. It really legit looks like snow.
All right, let's bring it back up. So I'm with you with that, but if you look on the, I don't know if you can see I don't think you can see my little thing on my little arrow, but if you look on the bushes, there's nothing standing there. Somebody put on their bugs. We'll get to that in a minute. I believe that's just moisture. The moisture for moist.
It could even be, with the way the exposure looks, it could actually be rain. Because it's taken at night and the way the flash is hitting the rain, it could be it's something moist in the air.
That's why I started off with this with the moist in the air.
Yeah, moist. Definitely, there's definitely some saturation going on.
Paula said Paula, I don't believe they're bugs. See how many they are. I believe it's just moisture because a lot of it, I'm using my mouse like you can see but if you look at the little bubbles, most of them are perfectly round. There are some that's not, but I believe it's moisture. It's some kind of rain or moisture.
Yeah.
And the flash makes it pop. It's just like if you take a picture, sometimes, and you get the redness from the eyes. All right, get that over there. So I get that picture. I know, not that one, but a picture like that at least 20 times a week, asking me, saying, "We got a ghost." No, you don't.
Yeah.
You have something else. It's called moisture. Put a little bit of light on my face. There we go. That's a little better. So, but as a cameraman, you've seen that a few times.
Oddly enough, we did 4 major, and we tried to get more, but we never got them. My sister went on a couple without me, but we did 4, like overnight, hardcore investigations. The one that stands out that we gathered, everybody walked out of that building like, there's some definite shit going on. We didn't get any orbs. I sadly have never gotten any while filming or doing the photography for a investigation.
Well, have you ever seen an orb? A true orb?
Yes, there are some photos. I have to dig them up. I have photos from the house that I'm living in right now. I've been here for 14 years. There are a number of photographs and yes, it's a very dusty house, but there are some photos where there's definitely something, floating around the room that's not dust. Right. And it was always the same room too. It's always the same room.
Well, that's interesting. I mean, I've been doing this for 20-something years. And I'll honestly say I've never, ever seen an orb.
Yeah, it's and it's hard, especially in my situation, living in an extremely dusty house. It's hard to differentiate between what would be a legitimate orb and what would be just dust flying around. But generally, if it's one, especially if you photograph it more than once, and it's just like one, and it seems to literally be just flying around the fucking room, that tends to lend more toward being not just dust. Right. Dust will be little particles.
I got a question real quick. I'm sorry to interrupt.
But, no, go ahead.
You're saying you see him flying back and around. Are you seeing it with your eyes or just through photographs?
Generally just photographs.
You see a light ball travel.
I've never experienced that with my eye. It's always photographs.
All right, so I'm not trying to bust your bubble or be that guy, but if you have to have a flash or a camera, 99% of the time it's either bugs, dust mite, or moisture. And the reason being, a true orb is going to illuminate in front of you. You're going to see that ball of energy spark like a light bulb. You're going to see it with your naked eye traveling.
I'd say I've never seen that. That'd be pretty damn cool. But nope, not yet.
High justice. But am I echoing?
And not on my end.
Are y'all hearing me echo? Well, I'm going to keep talking until they say it. Yeah, but I get so many pictures. And see, I'm brutally honest with everything I do. If it's something that I think that's going on, thank you, Lee. If it's something that I think is going on, I'm going to tell you. If I don't have that evidence to back it up, that's what I'm going to tell you. I don't have the evidence to do what I got to do.
Yeah.
There's so many crews out there that would take that picture right there and run with it and say, "Oh my gosh, we got orbs everywhere."
It's a ghost orgy.
You're right. I mean, what's going on? So there's a place here in Savannah, Georgia called Moon River Brewery. We was on the top floor. I actually got great EVPs up there, but somebody was taking pictures like all these orbs. I said, hold on. I hit a table that was there. I said, now take a picture. Oh, I don't know what you did, but you disturbed them all.
Yeah. Pissed them all off.
What's up, bloody? 5x5. 10-8, 10-2. The one right side of my house was a softball size. I hear you. Hi, Cindy. I'm fine. Okay, I'll be funny today. What happened there? Hello. I don't know what happened. He gone. Maybe he lost connection. But I am sexy. What's picking in? What's picking rich? Oh, here he comes. I know. What happened?
I don't know what happened. I have no idea. And I'm not drunk. I just started drinking. I can't blame it on the alcohol.
You just got too moist and it slipped away, didn't you?
I believe so.
Yeah.
The buttons are all drippy.
And I know that. Moist, I don't know if you know it, but Ian and his wife both got tattoos of the picture that you drew for me.
I've seen a picture of that tattoo. That makes me so happy. It really, really does.
Yes.
This hood is hot.
That is the artist right there that drew this.
And getting ready to do it again. Getting ready to do that other project.
Yeah, the other project.
Secret project.
Moist has got butterfingers. Slippery when wet.
Oh, yeah, always.
So is Moist back in action now? Hellfire wants to know.
Getting that way, yes. I'm gonna make a big comeback. I'm probably gonna start doing lives again anyway, but I do plan a big, comeback type thing. But I guess things are better, so it's time to try to act like life goes on. Because if I dwell in it too much, then I'm just gonna not gonna prosper and not gonna be back doing the moistness. So I have to get back into the game, and that is exactly what I'm gonna do. So
that was for you, Mark.
Blessed by the booger.
That's right. Yeah, that's the man that drew it. So should we be and the reason I got to put you on the spot here is because every time I go off, because you're usually right behind me.
Yeah,
I'm like, what's next? And but what are you thinking next week? Because I know everybody wants to watch you.
Yes. Fuck it. I will get with the boss man and tell him that I'll be back on next Thursday.
You heard it here, right here on this show. That man, that freak, will be back.
I won't have my new gear. I'm still waiting to be able to get it, but it'll happen, and that'll be, as a matter of fact, the big reveal of it, I will make sure will be on one of the Let's Get Moist episodes. So,
well, again, we all like the gear, but we all like Moist too.
I appreciate that.
One of the biggest things I've learned is we make the mask don't make us. So even if it was me, dude, I got to tell you, my mask was all messed up one night. Well, 1 week I had to get it cleaned and some things made.
Yeah.
The mask that you got on now, but it was a full mask I wore. It's not my full-time thing. This is me. But I had blue hair going everywhere. I had the Chris Sanders stitches mask kicking. And
I sometimes wear that one.
There you go.
Yeah, sometimes wear that one. I wear this one because it's easier to talk in. It's a little free. I didn't feel like putting makeup on, but I'm just wanted to be comfortable tonight. It's
right.
Not as cold up here as I thought it was going to be. We had a massive temperature drop last night and tonight. So,
hell yeah, hell yeah. Well, the reason I said hell yeah is because when the temperature drops, usually the paranormal activity starts.
yeah.
So that means I am going to get calls from North Carolina and all that. Crispy, what's picking, brother? Yes, please share out, share out, share out. I mean, we should be hitting 100, 200 viewers right now. We only got 22. My nose itches.
Oh, I hate that. Yeah. Matter of fact, the new mask I'm going to be ordering is going to be just like this one. It's only going to cover to right here, growing the beard out. So the new version of Moist will be a little different, but I'm getting, when I say new gear, it's like everything is going to be new basically, but I'm fine with that. And like you said, using this mask, God, there's that one fella that we know that uses it, but I can't remember his name. It's not,
we don't talk about
it's not
him.
important enough to remember.
We don't talk about him.
Yeah.
Corey is one. Corey, we know you're watching. We see you watching.
And I apologize for not interacting with anybody that asks anything, but on my screen there's no comments. It's just me and you. So
okay, wait. Why didn't you tell me that?
Oh shit, I didn't know.
Because I can put stuff up now, like this one.
Ah, there we go. I might try. I'm gonna attempt to turn my camera to see if it helps. Are you gonna auto turn? Yes, you auto turns. Yes, that's what I needed. Now my blind ass can read things better.
Oh, but you can see things now.
Yes. My eyesight is fucking garbage. Usually. All right, let me.
Clean shave. Let's fix that. I am not going to be clean shaved. That is not what I do. But let's get back to it. Hold on. Yes, you are totally right. But we're not here for his artistry and all that good stuff. He can talk about that later. We're here to talk about ghosts.
Oh yeah.
We're here to talk about ghosts and things that come up in the night. So I got another picture for you. This is kind of weird. But somebody mentioned bugs earlier, right?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. They all look like orbs, but every damn one of them is a bug.
Yep.
I mean, hell, you can see the Weasel. One looks like Tinkerbell.
Yeah. There's a couple of them that look like little fairies. That's kind of cute.
And there's actually paranormal groups that will go out there and say you got Tinkerbell in your house.
Yeah. And to be a good paranormal investigator, you have to go in, and weigh everything and know that a lot of what you're going to see, it's going to look like something to you, but it might not be legitimate. And it's about differentiating between what could be paranormal and what could just be a firefly or a bug or dust. And
Really,
like I said, 4 out of 4 major investigations that I did with my sister, one we actually walked out. It was 2 different paranormal groups there that night, and they had more gear than we did. We had some good gear, but they had they were going old school. They had the divining rod, the little trick with the metal. And let me tell you, when you witness someone using those and it actually works, it really does fucking get creepy. It's like, I've seen people try to do it and it not necessarily work. And then like that night they handed them to me, and I'm like, okay, so they I asked questions, didn't do a damn thing. My daughter, who at the time was a teenager, very open-minded, and they were like, oh, well, let's hand them to her because she's the youngest one here. So we hand them to her, and we start asking the questions. And man, that shit was responding every time, dead on. And like, she's holding them, like freaking out, like trying not to shake. And, we were telling her, like, you're good. There's nothing wrong, but it was a, close to Richmond. It was a comic store. Well, it was a half bookstore, half comic store called Stories on Forest Hill Avenue, and it had been investigated repeatedly before and been deemed the haunted comic store. And it was the coolest investigation I was ever on. And we all walked out of there pretty much like, yep, there's some shit going on here. And then the other investigations mostly was like, well, it was like, a good 4 hours worth of, nothing really happened.
Yeah, until you go over to evidence, then, whoa, that really happened?
Oh, yeah. You'll, especially audio shit. A lot of the audio stuff you don't catch until after.
I wouldn't doubt it. In Gettysburg, I wouldn't doubt it at all. But, yeah, I mean, 3 crews in one. How big was this place?
Not a big store. 2 entrances. And I'd say floor space wasn't super big at all. But they had so much stuff in there between the bookstore with all the bookshelves and then the section that was the comic store. It wasn't a real big building at all. Just dense, like so much shit to have to watch out for and not knock over. But not a real big building.
But you had 3 crews there.
Well, it was 2 of us, 2 crews. It was me, my sister, 2 friends of hers, and my daughter. And then the other crew, it was only 2 ladies. And they had different equipment than we did. My sister had like, the general, the easy to get stuff that as far as like audio equipment and stuff like that. But once again, I'm kind of sad that we gave up on that because that was a pretty cool time period, and I would love to do that kind of stuff again.
Well, bring your ass to Savannah, and I'll put you on one.
You know what? I need a vacation. I need to get the hell out of Virginia at least sometime soon. I really have got to get out of here. And real quick, so we can get back to the ghosty stuff. When I saw you stitch the video with what's his name, and I was like, I've been itching I've even been telling Skitsy forever, we need to get up, we need to go up to Jersey and get on GTS and beat the hell out of those guys and come back down. And it's been, you can ask him, it's been 2 years we've been trying to get that planned out. And Grim's ready. Grim's ready at any time. We can film some like stalkerish or like teaser stuff before we go. It's a matter of getting everybody on the same page and y'all getting to me, and then we can drive from me to Jersey. Because I know y'all have the longest drive compared to me. Mine's only like 6 hours. Y'all have to get to me first.
That's 12 hours.
Yeah, that's healthy. And that's why, like, if we do it, we would have to do it to where we could film, at least get a motel room for at least one night, so we could have like 2 good days of filming.
Yeah, we can do it.
Yep.
All right.
And then the CWO would officially make their first appearance.
Well, most of us, but we've kind of already.
Oh, I know. I'm gonna be ordering my shirts. Yep. I will be wearing them. I will be wearing them at Woods of Terror this year. Matter of fact.
Oh yeah. I'll be there the 15th, 16th, and 17th.
Yep. That is going to be the best fucking weekend of the entire season. That I'm going to get a motel room. Let's see, Friday night. It'd be best if I did it Friday night. I'm going to get a motel room at least Friday night so that I'll be in the area the whole time. So it's going to be badass.
Mark said he sees an old lady walking in his house every night. Mark, we talk on. Mark's a friend of mine. We talk on Messenger here and there. He's one that every morning. Good morning, Azazel. And number one, And before I forget, Mark, congratulations on the girlfriend, if that's still going on. But video it. I want to see that video.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What's picking, Ben?
This fucking hood. This thing
Down in the hood.
is
That's too sweet. Hey, you'll be there in the fall? Okay, Cindy. What? When I won't? What? You won't in? It's the 15th, 16th, and 17th of October.
There you go. Bring my ass dirty.
You're actually going to have 4 of us there. And if you make one more, you'll have 5 of us there. Because Sis and Scoops will be there with me too.
Yep. And I'm trying to talk Weasel into doing a show on Hellfire. He's worried that he can't maintain a conversation, or he's kind of got this like nervous thing. And I'm like, dude, when you see this fucker in action at Woods of Terror, he's not scared of any goddamn thing except for chainsaws. He fucking hates chainsaws. But as my son and as a longtime haunt actor, when he's Weasel, he goes the fuck off. And that's why I'm like, dude, just you got to put that energy into a show. And I was like, you do great. So I'm trying to talk him into it. But
he'll be there. Are they live or dead? She said she seen 3 cats. You look like a clown Jedi.
Yeah. Darth Moist, Darth Drippy. This hood is just like, I bought it and I was like, oh man, I want it because the hood is so big. And then when I finally got it on, I was like, Jesus Christ.
Well, Paula, that's what we've been talking about. Moist works there already. We will be there 15th, 16th, and 17th.
Yes, this is I made 3 appearances the season before. Last season, I was there full time. Well, technically full time. Me and Weasel were there every Friday and Saturday. So this year, same thing. Every Friday and Saturday, our happy asses will be there. And if I'm not Moist, I will be Carrion, my other character. I will be Moist a lot this season because I'll have new gear and all that. So.
Well, I'll be Azazel.
There you go. Well, that weekend it's gonna be Moist both nights because it's gonna be the fucking Midway is gonna be invaded by the CWO and Hellfire Radio, so it is gonna be good.
What's picking, Mark?
I still have beer. I've forgotten.
May the scares be with you. It's so big. That's what she said. That's right.
There is a house, Azazel, that when my mom started dating my dad, the house that his family lived in Petersburg, Virginia. It's on Blair Road. I could take you there right now. I've been by there a number of times. And she had told many, 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 many stories about how haunted that fucking house was.
Wow.
And the whole family, this is my grandmother, well, she's now deceased, my deceased grandmother, my deceased grandfather, my deceased father, my 2 aunts, my uncle, and my mother all, were privy to how haunted this house was and the stories that she would tell. And then I even, as when my grandmother was still alive, I'd asked her because she was one of the main ones there. And the stories are just incredible. And they're so incredible. It's not like the house could have been haunted, but it was probably squirrels. No, Dick Burke was a rich man, and he paid a number of people to investigate for any kind of vermin, birds, squirrels, rats. Had pest control check out the attic, the whole 9, and nothing. Wow. Nothing. The whole attic was sealed. And he was a loud, very loud fucking spirit. Very loud. And
they were the fun ones.
Oh yeah, and the funny thing was my two aunts. One was on medication because she was mentally ill, crazy, just batshit fucking crazy.
Right.
And whenever she would get into a fight with somebody else in the house, Charlie was the name of the ghost. So they even figured out his name. That's another story altogether. We'd have to do a whole episode just on that. But when Aunt Debbie would lose her shit and go after her sister or brother or whatever, he would get louder. And so the louder the fight got, as my mom described it, it would sound like a man walking across the attic in boots, like she's like dead ass combat boots. But if Debbie was yelling, he would stomp, and it would get louder and louder and louder. And if the fighting stopped, he would immediately dead stop.
Yeah.
And it was some of the stories she would always tell. There's probably 4 main stories that would just like give you goosebumps. And I've been to the house. I need to get to the attic. I need to talk to the current homeowners and let them allow me to get up there, because I want to do a miniature investigation and see if anything happens.
Okay. All right, I got to take a commercial break real quick. New video I got to show everybody.
Ooh.
Ladies and gentlemen, just hold on for a minute. If you're sitting down, stay sitting down. You might want to put your seatbelt on. But don't walk away from this one. This one you need to stay for. Popcorn. Popcorn. Welcome to the greatest show on earth! can't wait. I'm pumped now. Holy sheep shit, Batman.
Oh, yeah.
It's on like Donkey Kong.
Come hell or high water, and I've already talked to the boss man. I will be at that, so I'm excited.
I will too. I will too. Anna, you talking about saging places? Real quick, and you probably know this, but I got a lot of people say, Azazel, I got spirit, so I'm saging. I'm saging. The sage is only going to get rid of negative energy, negative spirits. If you got a little goofball that's not really negative, they're going to be there. They're going to stay there. Yeah, I'm excited. Maybe I'm a little too excited. Okay.
Nothing wrong with that.
I know what I'm doing the weekend. Are you? And there's tales about a stripper pole being there too. Yeah. So I got to put this out here. I made a challenge. Moise, I made a challenge here and on the Talk of the Tick. As soon as I get over 10,000 viewers or followers on TikTok,
yeah,
I do a short live feed maskless. I just went over 10,000. I just went over 10,000.
Oh, sweet.
So, and I think I surprised the people last week. What was it, Sunday? I had a change in programming, and I did a little something special at the end. And I got a ton of messages. Oh my gosh, why? Why did you do that? That was the best ending ever. Well, what else you got for us? They've heard a lot of my stories. What else you got for us? Hold on. Let me show you another picture, brother.
All right. Let me hunker in and get closer.
Can you, what, in your words, what do you think this is?
That is what do they call it? It is a double exposure, I think they call it, in the photography world.
And so people would dress up and do something like this?
Yep.
And come up, oh, you see the ghost? Well, there's apps these days on your phone, on your cellular device, that does that for you. And when they first started coming out, these little ghost apps, boy, was I getting them. Boy, was I getting them. And I had one, she sent me a picture, and I found the app because I was nosy. And I put the same thing on my shoulder and sent it back to her. And said, oh my gosh, it must have come here to me.
Yep.
She blocked me.
Yep, the infamous double exposure thing is, even like back then, way back in the day, once certain photographers figured out how to do it, it became an infamous tool for making paranormal photos.
Right.
But yeah, it's easy to pull off. But and the thing about like the current state of the paranormal investigative teams that pisses me off in the videos that you see on YouTube constantly is, and I always make jokes, I'm like, isn't it strange that every ghost and every evil spirit or whatever you see in these videos, they're always sneaking around corners and they're always peeking at you around the corner. And I'm like, if you're going to get a legitimate shot of something like that on film, it's not going to be peeking at you around the corner because it's probably repeating something that's happened. It's going to be in a repeat, a constant, doing the same thing every night, over and over again. Ed Warren even said the same thing when I saw him do his little seminar in Farmville at Longwood College many years ago when he was still alive. They're repeating something. It's constant, unless it's a poltergeist, and then it's just there to fuck with you constantly. Even if it's not malevolent, it's still going to fuck with you.
Right.
But yeah, most ghost sightings, it's going to be a legitimate photo is going to be something that is very more mundane than peeking around a corner and staring at you, and looking creepy.
Well, I got a question for you. See if you can help me answer this. On YouTube, the tube and the U,
Yep.
all of that. Why does all the ghosts that's entering somebody's body speak English?
Oh, true. And
I mean, our country was built on people that did speak English.
Yep, that's true.
So
And with me and demonic possession are not good friends. And I've done a lot of reading into demonic possession, and there's some statistics that a lot of like hyper religious, Catholic types don't want to talk about. Like, one is that you never see atheists possessed by a demon. Never. Has not happened in history yet. And it's cases like the one that what is her name? The Emily Rose case, where it was that's not the girl's real name, but the case that whole thing was based on. And it's a very touchy subject about demonic possession, but I don't trust anybody when it comes to that. It's a hard subject to find anything legitimate on. Every single case of demonic possession that was investigated properly turned out to be mental illness that was not being, medicated properly. They weren't on medication. They weren't seeking help. Do I believe shit like that is possible? I'm open to it. I am with my belief system. I am open to anything, but it has to be
so small.
Yeah, and it has to be at least semi-empirical evidence. I'm not asking for like solid shit, but it's got to be something that can't be picked apart easily. And the problem that comes into play with demonic possession and even photography in general is that you can take that fine-tooth comb and just rake it across that sumbitch, and then you find the truth. But it's still a very open window. It is still something that is very possible in one way or another. Even the Native Americans had a heavy belief system about animals, the spirit of an animal getting trapped in a human body.
Right.
And that kind of shit is really old school. But I've always been fascinated, always been massively fascinated with it. And it's been a part of my life since I was, a kid. I lived in a haunted house. There's one in Petersburg and there's one in Appomattox, that I knew even as a kid, I knew something was up. And I told a story to my mom years ago that I thought was a dream, but it wasn't a dream. It was a memory, because most of my dreams, and I feel that certain level of how it fades over the years. And the one story that I told her about that one house in Appomattox, she remembers that night. So it solidified the fact that what happened that night happened. And it wasn't just some shit that I was, cooking up in my own head as a kid. And shit like that sits with you. It really does.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that was the catalyst of me being open-minded about anything involving spirits or the supernatural or whatnot.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned Emily Rose, because in a few weeks, I'm hoping to have a demonologist back on here. His name is Sir Kyle Cobb, talking about Emily Rose.
Yeah.
So that was a coincidence that you mentioned that. I met Kyle many years ago, and he actually does a seminar about her demonic possession.
Yeah.
And it happened.
Well, it's funny that demonic possession case led to the arrest of the literal arrest of a number of people.
Yes.
Funny how shit happens.
I mean, but movies change everything. It's like The Exorcist, one of the scariest movies when I was growing up.
Oh yeah.
Number one, it wasn't a girl, it was a boy. The Exorcist house, nothing ever happened there. Everything happened in the hospital. So there's just so much stuff. And if I'm not mistaken with that, the sheriff and somebody else just made it up for reading. And there you go.
Yeah.
They made a book out of it. The Bell Witch Project is the same way. The Bell Witch Project. The Bell Witch.
Yeah.
It was a bunch of people that wrote scary stories. Well, and they had a little competition. Whoever liked them all or whatever, they won a little bit of money. Well, the Bell Witch won. Not the Bell Witch. Not the Bell Witch. Yeah, the Bell Witch, but the caves.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah. It's not the Bell Witch. The it was a witch in there, but when the dude, Mr. Doyle, wrapped her up and threw her in the fire. I don't think it's called the Bell Witch. I think it's called something else. Might be the Bell Witch. But yeah, there's so many stories that people believe are true, and it is to a point, but it's made for TV, made for movies.
Oh yeah.
And with a lot of that puts us as the investigators, it puts us back so far. With people going in and making these little videos with string puppets or fishing string, opening and closing doors, pulling telephones off. So now when we have something, it's so hard to show, hey, wait a minute, this is raw footage. Here you go. There's always that, well, it could be.
Exactly.
And it pisses me off.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like her. It's like Hannah back there. I don't know if you noticed, but she's been moving her head slightly down. I'm not touching her. I'm way the hell up here. Her head will move. Anna behind her, she just goes crazy. Hannah, I've actually caught across the room one day. Nobody moved her back. She spun around and was looking towards the tarp in the back. She's crazy. I'll put this little device beside him, the REM pod, and it is going to go crazy. There's a guy that comes in here. His name is Ben. Anytime I say Ben and I got that on, it goes off. I don't understand. The Bell Witch. Yeah, that's right, the Bell Witch. And the other one was the Bell Rich. I think that's both the Bell Witch. What was the one with the kids camping and Blair Witch? It was the Blair Witch.
The one in Maryland, yeah.
Yeah, that was the Blair Witch. Does anybody got any questions? I mean, we only got like 7 more minutes for me or Moist.
Any questions? I will be more than happy. Even if they're posted after the video's done, we can always respond.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, my coin says it all. I don't know if you're going to see my coin.
Nice. That is a nice damn coin.
It was 2 made. I have one, and there's a fucktard in Savannah has the other one.
Oh shit.
Yeah. When is Woods of Terror? October. When is Woods of Terror started? Do you know?
There will be a friends and family night. It'll be a friends and family weekend. And then the first opening weekend will be the last weekend in September. That Friday night, whatever the last Friday in September is, that will be the first night, and it runs through the first weekend in November, and that is the blackout weekend. That's the weekend that you have to be pretty fucking ballsy to go through. Really fucking ballsy. Because they shut out all the lights. They shut out, and it is not like flat territory. It is not. It is rough terrain to get through when the lights are on. But they give each group rather one or just a couple of glow sticks, and that is your only source of light to get through the haunt. And yeah, I've been through a countless number of times. And it sucks because if they recognize me, because they know me, it's bad. I got molested one night. The night that Pongo, Mr. Bodkin, was with us, and his first time going through, he was like, "Man, that was great." I'm like, "Yeah, but I was behind you, getting like attacked by everybody that recognized you." Oh, it was bad. And then like. One of the and I have to compliment her. One of the girls in the graveyard, one of the zombies, she wasn't measuring her depth between me and her, and she straight on like tried to shoulder tackle me. And so backstage, I was like, you tried to knock me down, and she was like, "I'm so sorry." I'm like, "No, it was great. You didn't." And she didn't like break character. She just like shouldered me when she did it. But no, people. The actors don't touch you. They will get in your personal space though. But it's going to be a great season. The weekend you guys are coming down is going to be just amazing.
Now, here's the difference when I go through a haunt, and again, this will be my first time at Woods. Every time I go through, the actors just stop. And I go with people. I try to stay at the end of the line or in the middle, usually at the end, to mess with the people in front of me. But as soon as the actors see me, they stop. I don't
know. We have most of, and I will say, I'd say 9 out of 10 actors at Woods. They're trained. They are trained to not break character. If they see us go through from the midway, or they know the rules. If the boss man comes through, or if one of the managers is coming through, because they do every night, every single night. You don't break character, and you treat Eddie McLaurin like you do a 5-year-old kid that you're trying to scare the pants off of. And that's what he wants. Eddie wants you to be, 110% until at the end of the night when you take your makeup or your mask off. And it is a definite devoted crew. I've been in the industry 31 going on 32 years. And these people are top notch. They really are. Even the fucking rookies, even some of these guys that have only been doing it a couple years. I'm sitting here watching them trying to take notes, and I've been doing this shit way too long.
Alan's training, right? Is he still out there training?
There's a training day Saturday, but I think they're calling it off because it's supposed to rain its ass off this weekend. But we do training throughout the summer. There's a guy that comes from Texas. I got to meet him this past year, and I can't remember his name now. I'm drawing a blank on his fucking name.
It's not Alan Hopkins?
Yeah, Al. Yeah, Alan. Yes. Yeah, I got to work with him one night in the Midway, and he's fucking insane. He really legitimately is fucking insane. He's a good guy though, and he's a different level of and that's what I like about Woods of Terror is that there's a lot of guys, there's a lot of personalities, there's a lot of different energy. And when you go from section to section and you go from like seeing Raggy in the fucking bus losing his shit and taking those fucking metal scissors and raking them across the top of the metal of that bus. And then the next thing you're going through the vamp house and you've got a bunch of, vampire chicks and vampire dudes talking shit to you.
Yeah.
it's not one of the best haunts in the U.S. for no reason. There's a lot of reasons. And I never thought it was probably 3 years ago, the first time I heard about Woods of Terror. 4 years ago. It was about 4 years ago, first time I heard about it. I never dreamed I would ever get to go. I never dreamed. And then when I realized how close it was to my house, I mean, I'm only about 2 hours from Woods. And
Right.
then, like, once I realized that shit, and I'm like, I can actually go there. And then I was like, fuck, I can actually work there.
Right.
Because I made a couple of appearances, and fucking Eddie came up to me that last night, and he walked up to me dead ass and was like, what do I got to do to get you here full time next year? And I was like,
Awesome.
if I can afford the gas to get down here, I will be here every fucking weekend. And I was. Even with my car breaking down one time, I still made it down there every weekend.
Awesome.
But that weekend, like I said, the weekend y'all come down, and it's going to be straight fucking Hellfire, Sinister Circus, and CWO representing. It's going to be insane.
Yep. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have come to our hour. I want to thank everybody for coming out, seeing us, watching us. Boys, do you got anything to plug at the end of this one, brother?
That's same old shit. Like I said, I'm making a big comeback. I will, as far as, come hell or high water and the creek don't rise, I will be back on here full time next Thursday at 10 o'clock, unless something happens and it gets screwed up. I will be making, character wise, I'll be making a little upgrade and all that before the season hits. I'm still doing the artwork. God knows I've got so much on my plate right now. It's ridiculous, but it's kind of keeping me going right now. So I'm running with it. If anybody who watches this doesn't know about that, just go to my Instagram. My artwork always ends up on my Instagram, and even the top secret stuff after a while once people see it.
Sneak peek.
Oh yeah, and the Sinister Circus, the new Sinister Circus logo will also be done. I figured after a couple of years we needed a new symbol, and so the new one is just an upgraded version of the old one. That's all it is. But outside of that, Moist and Carrion will be at Woods of Terror this coming season, and Weasel, my son Weasel the Clown, his ass will be there too. So, and we will be
16th and 17th.
Hell fucking yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, again, thank y'all very much. Pickers, keep picking. Sinners, keep sinning.
Yep.
Don't forget, Sunday night, 10:30, Dr. Azazel will be on call. It's going to be fun. But I hope everybody has a good, creepy, nightmarish night. Bye.
Fuck you. When I'm screaming, fuck you. Middle finger in the air, and all I wanted to hear was you screaming. Fuck you too. I'm running the stratosphere in a brand new atmosphere. I wanna go and shoot to the campus clear, cause I never thought I would've made it out of here alive. From the land where the people with the evil and night ride. You'll never see an equal to my kind, so blind to anything to line the life to mind is right now. Looking for another mind to fight out, bringing everything that you can bring down to the ground like 150 pounds of C4, looking for keyboard lugs. Well, I'ma need more slugs, cause I wanna see more blood. You ain't never seen gold like us. They don't wanna make them any more like us. Put them on tour with the paint on them, and anybody can know your little lane song. Fuck right, I'ma stay wrong. Black out with a ray gun, looking for anybody to make up. Motherfuckers really need to wake up. There's nothing really you can say. It's never gonna change my mind. I'm on some fuck that shit today. Fuck it, I don't care. Middle fingers in the air. Only careless up in here. Only careless up in here. Fuck it, I don't care. Middle fingers in the air. Only careless up in here. Only careless up in here.
Fuck that! I said fuck this shit. I was born a son of a bitch and always talk a whole gang of shit. Even know that I wouldn't work spit. Now till I became a bastard. Whole world revel in the wake of my damn disaster. Had to talk to a pastor. Told me sit down, handle my shit, and try to figure out what the fuck's really the matter. Ain't none of my city all of peace is an emphasis, therefore cover up all the scars and all the blemishes. These men exit out of entrance, nothing more than a menace to myself with a run on sense. And my anger in the shape of a bad head.